Hope is supposed to be built on nothing less than Jesus' blood, not Eddie Long's blood, not Pastor Andy's blood. I didn't die for you.
Thank you, Pastor Andy. We appreciate you coming to Netcast.
Pastor Andy, we just thank you so much for just spending your time to come here and just all the support that you've given to Netcast.
We want to take this minute to thank Pastor Andy for supporting Netcast Church.
It's gonna be embarrassing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are we huddled?
Thanks, Andy, for coming and preaching for us.
I'm posing like I'm taking over the game.
Thanks, Pastor Andy. We appreciate your time. Well, I think we're doing it individually. Oh, yeah. This is indifferent.
Hey, Pastor Andy, this is Pastor Dan and my wife Tara. Randy.
Okay, that's good.
I really appreciate your time and support.
And we're just so grateful for you and for your church and for all you've done for Netcast. Thanks for being a brother in Christ.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Andy.
Right now.
Thanks for coming to Netcast.
Great having you here. Hope you come back.
Pastor Andy, thank you for your contribution, your investment, your support.
Thank you. Pastor Andy. Thank you for making Netcast happen.
I remember you speaking last year, it was a banging sermon.
Yo, Pastor Andy, thanks for coming up to the freezing cold from the nice weather in the Carolinas.
Hey, Pastor Andy, just want to say thank you for coming up. Thank you for all the support that you've been to Netcast and supporting Matt and raising him up as a leader and just investing in him.
I hear you're responsible for bringing Netcast here, and thank you personally for the gift that's been in my life.
Appreciate you. We appreciate what you've given to Matt and what you've given to Netcast.
Thank you.
We really appreciate that and everything else you do for this church.
Thank you, Pastor Andy, for supporting Netcast. Being from Louisiana, this has become a home away from home, so I wouldn't have this if it wasn't for the support of you and your church. Thank you.
As the treasurer, this is our current offering bag. Maybe one day we'll be as big as your church. We won't be able to fit it into this little thing. Appreciate everything you're doing. Keep up the great work down there.
Throughout life, every once in a while, people will come alongside of us who are less interested about what they can gain from you and more interested about pouring into you. And in life, those people at times will come at the oddest times. And about 5 years ago, I had set out to plant this church, Netcast Church, and at that point it was a dream. And along my journey, God has sent different people in my way to begin to invest in me. And one of those people is a man named Pastor Andy Thompson. Pastor Andy Thompson very randomly one day sends me an email and invites me to his house. He says he has the day off and he invites me over to his house in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I go out there and a relationship begins unlike any other man of God had pulled me into before. He then begins to so much invest into who I am as a person and Netcast Church that he was one of the catalysts in seeing Netcast get launched and started and getting us off of the ground financially. He has been a man who has come alongside of me over the years to coach me on decisions that we're making as a church, to coach me in my marriage, to coach me in my ability to parent my kids, to coach me as the church continues to flourish and grow. And so today what we want to do is just say a great thank you to Pastor Andy Thompson. Andy, we couldn't be more blessed by your faithfulness and your desire to pour in to not just your church, but to pour into the kingdom by investing in us the way that you have. So this is just our way of sharing and showing our appreciation and saying, hey man, we love you, we're grateful for you, and we would never have been able to get off the ground the way that we did without your support and your love. So we love you back. Peace.
God bless you. Are we on?
Pastor Andy. Pastor Andy. Pastor Andy. I didn't die for you. I didn't die for you. Only lead on Jesus. Jesus' name. I didn't die for you. Jesus. Jesus' name.